especially in Holland, people don't like the bone.
Yeah, get over it.
Get over it. Just get over it.
Yeah, but there's a lot of things. We have to remember, food tastes better when you eat it with your hands.
Yeah.
Metal is a flavor.
Do you know about extraordinary good food? It's both sustainable, healthy, and insanely good. Sharons Good Food.
I'm gonna do this show in English. So thank God there's subtitles.
Absolutely.
Noah, can you tell me something about yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. My name's Noah Tucker, and I live in Amsterdam right now. And I've been here for about 14 years. We're partners in a restaurant called Yerba, and it's a all plant-forward, plant-based restaurant. And we also own actually a chicken concept called Ladybird.
So that's another restaurant.
That's another restaurant.
And do you like chicken?
I love chicken.
Were you familiar with this chicken, the oranje hoen?
No, I wasn't. This is
nice,
the first time
eh?
I got introduced to it, and I'm really excited to cook with it.
Sharons Good Food.
Ik sta hier vandaag met Johan van de Oranje Hoen. Echt, het is de beste kip die er bestaat, sowieso in de provincie Flevoland. Johan, wat vind jij het mooiste aan deze leuke kippen?
Nou, ik vind die oranje pootjes vind ik prachtig.
Waarom hebben deze kippen deze kleur?
Ja, ik heb akkerbouw thuis en vanuit die akkerbouw heb ik wel eens wat over. Wortels, rode bieten bijvoorbeeld. En ik dacht van, kan mij het schelen, ik ga dat voeren aan mijn kippen. Kijken hoe dat gaat. En wist ik veel dat die kip er knaloranje van werd. Maar dat worden ze dus wel. Er zit geen soja in, het komt allemaal uit de buurt. Dus die groenten die erin zitten verwerkt. Maar ook de stal van de kip, die is energie-neutraal, helemaal elektrisch. Ze krijgen geen antibiotica, omdat ze veel meer rijker eten hebben, wat rustiger mogen groeien.
Johan, deze kippen, die moeten gewoon bereid worden. En dat ga ik ook doen vandaag met een gastchef, Noah Tucker. Ik kijk er naar uit.
Sharons Good Food.
So, interesting story about fried chicken. Although we do know it as American soul food, it actually started as a Scottish dish.
For real? I didn't know that.
So it has Scottish heritage, and Scottish slave owners and African spices created your modern day fried chicken.
You know, there's one thing of this chicken that I don't eat.
What is that?
I don't like the ass.
There's so many jokes in my head right now.
But,
I mean, like, I'm flooded.
But I heard that it's lovely. Do you eat the ass of the chicken? What do you look for in a chicken?
I do eat the ass. Aside from the butt, what I really like, all jokes aside, is I like to see a chicken that's not overly plump.
So then you're sure that's not
I really do
water.
like that it's quite lean in its own way. Chicken aren't known for being these plump, round, and kind of almost like wobbly. This has really good structure. When I look at the wings, they're not over plump, they're not huge. Also at the end of these legs, it's really like the drumsticks really have some bone on them. It's not just meat that's plumped up and then it's the end of the drumstick. I like to start with the chicken by taking the thighs off.
Yes.
We want to make sure that it's as zero waste as possible, right? For this.
Yes. This you can make it crispy.
It's tasty.
Yeah.
So I also want to snap back and I want to try to make sure that I get these oysters in here, right? Super nice. I also like, to be honest, I like to trim off this extra fat. When you're frying this, it's not the nicest thing to eat is a big chunk of fat, right?
Yeah.
So I also like to break down these wings a bit.
Chicken wings.
Yeah, can't be mad at
When
those.
I was little, I used to break the chicken leg and then I would suck
the bones out?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did
the
you do
marrow.
that?
Yeah, absolutely.
But now I don't do that anymore.
I think you got to get that back.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Why not? I think now you don't do it because probably pressure. You don't want to be out there sucking on chicken wings.
It's just like a little bit crazy if you go in the restaurant and then you
not.
suck it. No? So everybody needs to suck out the...
I think you should eat as much of the animal as possible. These are pretty much the pieces, right? And we have
But this is so good to make
we're frying this up too. Like
And also to make a good chicken soup.
Absolutely. But for me, and we keep everything on the bone.
Yes.
So I don't believe taking things off the bone. I really think you should leave it on the bone. There's flavor in the bone. That goes for any animal in general. So a fish A steak, keep it on the bone if you can.
Yeah.
If it's a fish, get the whole fish, right?
But especially in Holland, people don't like the bone.
Yeah, get over it.
Get over it. Just get over it.
We have to remember, food tastes better when you eat it with your hands.
Yeah.
Metal is a flavor. So this is a brine. So what we did is salt, sugar, bunch of spices. We actually take the water, boil it up, and then cool it down. And then we sit the chicken in there for about 24 hours.
Yes.
That's just to infuse kind of all these spices on the inside. So we're seasoning the inside of the chicken, right? Versus just the crust. And then we have a spice mixture, and a flour mixture that we do. And this is a mixture of garlic, onion, oregano, basil, celery salt, paprika, and
You make
and
it
a couple
yourself?
of, we make it ourselves. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's great.
Up.
Is that about a kilo?
But that's what I do.
Little more.
Little more, yeah. You said stop.
I got nervous. So we use the tapioca starch because it adds a different level of kind of crisp, right? It's somewhat flavorless, but it really adds that extra crunchy kind of that last as well, because chicken needs to travel, especially in this day and age. There's going to be some delivery going on. There's going to be takeaway going on, and you want that crunchy kind of moment. That's part of yummy fried chicken.
The
is
real
that,
soul food.
that you get out of it and then soft inside. And if that goes away, you kind of lose that complete moment, right?
Yeah.
So we really want to make sure that we have that crunch correctly. So we're going to add a little bit of spice to this.
Yes.
Really took a minute for us to get it. We went back and forth. I think we started out with like 14, and we started to subtract what we didn't taste when we were making it.
Yeah.
We had things like ginger and mustard, and we were like, do we really need it?
No.
Is it just extra and it's getting lost in there? Because we also didn't want to just kind of drown it in spices, right? You want the one that are appropriate. All right, we got the timer, we're good? 12 minutes?
Yes, 12
Solid.
minutes.
So I realized when we were butchering, what I like to do is, I really like to release all the tendons on the drumstick.
But why do you do it?
Well, because you know what, I think everybody feels like this. When you eat that drumstick, there's this like a bit of a pullback from all the tendons and ligaments in it. So if I release it now and then I fry it, it's already freed up and these will shrink up, and then it's one nice kind of bite at the end versus the stringy thing that happens. Because the idea is to get as many nooks and crannies as you can when you find this chicken.
I really just learned something from you. I didn't know that. The timer is on 12 minutes. When you say go, I press start.
Perfect. Okay. So.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
A lot of people do an egg or milk, and now you have
this. A bit extra.
Oh yeah. You gotta do a double dip.
Clean. Also clean. I like that it's not a bunch of, egg has a flavor, milk has a flavor. All these things have flavors.
I don't really eat a lot of chicken anymore.
Because?
Because I believe in the Eat Lancet guidelines. Do you know what it is?
No.
You don't know what it is?
No.
The Eat Lancet model is a model for both a healthy and a sustainable diet put together by 37 scientists. And yes, it's one of those diets that's plant-rich, full of whole grains, pulses and nuts. That means chicken is still on the menu every 5 days, so make it damn tasty. It's healthy for you as human, but it's also you're nice for the earth.
Okay.
So you can eat.
It's a sustainable way of eating. So for me, I really like to get under the skin, right? But I also really make sure that you shake it off.
And how hot is the deep fry?
About 165, 170. So I'm gonna make some slaw with this. Slaws, sauerkraut. It's all aromatic. It all comes from this area of kind of like semi-pickled or fermented, like cabbage or wortels or carrots kind of thing. And that also has translated over into soul food.
Yes.
And that's kind of the beauty of soul food in general, is it comes from a very sad moment, and but a very real moment where a lot of cultures and a lot of European cultures brought a lot of their habits over and techniques.
Yes.
Right? So it's kind of been transformed with spices from Africa being brought over and different just kind of flavor profiles. And it's modernized itself into this really beautiful cuisine. I think the word soul food gets really overused, right, as a selling point. And also, I'm not the only one to claim it. There's soul food that comes from any of the islands. It's that word is brown people related, right? So that's any of the Caribbean soul food. It makes sense, right?
I think it makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. Although Southeast Asia, in Indonesia, there's soul food. There's hundreds and actually 1,000 years of heritage that go behind these very simple, iconic dishes like a satay or a peanut butter sauce that we take for granted, and it's become almost fast food.
It's soul food.
There's so much history in that.
Sharons Good Food.
This is...
Right? So I like to...
Ja, en dan take with the tang.
Ja.
Mensen, als jullie dit konden ruiken. Dit is echt om jaloers van te worden.
Alright. So see how when we cut the
Yes, you don't have the...
drumstick?
It's better like that.
But I also know that some of these, like the breast, needs more time.
That one, the big
because
one.
We didn't start it at the 12 minutes.
Well, this, for me, it's very Dutch,
I
these
agree.
vegetables.
I agree.
But how can we, I don't understand that we have so many beautiful ingredients here, products in Holland.
Yeah.
Why do we still keep taking a lot of from other countries where we have so much here? How can we respect the vegetables are grown here in Holland?
I think it's also about figuring out what we define it as food. Like, I'm from America, particularly from New York. So I find a huge array of food that is American, and particularly food that you get in the Northeast, right? So if you ask me if pizza is American, yeah, it is.
New York pizza.
Yeah, that's so bagels, right?
Yeah.
Pastrami. And this is just like very regional cuisine. If I go to the Southwest, where it's near Mexico, all of a sudden Tex-Mex and avocados and salsa and whatever, pico de gallo and all these other things from down there. If I go up into the North region, it becomes just Portland, and it's very like organic and farm-based and more root veg and more fish. So Middle America, Texas, very steak, potatoes, right? Farmland. So it's also about figuring out what's local, what's regionalized. Like, is food in Zeeland different than Friesland? Maybe. I think, yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
But then that doesn't make one more Dutch or less Dutch.
No, it's Dutch.
It's just what it is, and there's regional food. So I think figuring out what regional food is in this country is very important. So
sous chef.
a little bit of apple cider vinegar,
I love apple cider.
which is also from here.
Yes.
Come on, I'm on it. It doesn't take me too long.
Aan.
I'm
Aan. Lekker.
a little bit of sugar, yeah, a nice bit of sugar,
Salt.
salt, give a good mix. I suggest you let this sit for a little while, give it half an hour.
But this is lovely like this already.
It is. But now we're gonna add the secret Dutch.
Mayonaise.
Yeah,
Lekker.
Yeah, you wanna do this for me?
Yes, I will do something.
Lovely.
I'm gonna mix it up.
And then just give a good taste. Taste a couple times for me.
Taste it?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
No, I trust you. I'm not gonna taste it. I saw you cooking this.
Trust is not about taste. Okay, I gotta taste it though.
No,
because- yeah,
you don't
what?
trust yourself?
No.
Well, I trust you. You're not gonna taste it. No. You're gonna make a nice
really have to
dish.
taste it.
No, it's good. This is so lovely.
All right, check the chicken. See how it is.
Yes. Oh, this one's going good.
Whatever you're cooking, don't taste it once. Don't taste it twice. Taste it in every single step that you can taste it, so that you can constantly re-season, readjust, and get it to the point so that when it is ready to eat for yourself, it's perfect. Presented,
Present it.
right?
This is
Okay.
high cuisine soul food.
Let's get some
Chicken.
chicken. We do a breast.
Yes.
What's your favorite parts?
That one.
The breast.
Yes.
Okay.
Sharons Good Food.
Nou Johan, we hebben heerlijk kunnen kokerellen met jouw kip. Ik doe
Ja.
gewoon jouw kip.
Hello.
Oh, je ziet het al gelijk. Kijk.
So, this is for us to try.
Yes.
The end result.
We're gonna share it.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it's about.
Noah, what do you think of Johan's chicken?
I think it's tremendous. Not only the actual product, but also the story. I like how he is feeding his chickens real food, first off. So it's not this like general feed packed with things. He's really, what he's telling me is these beets and carrots and garlic and herbs. It really makes a difference. So I'm excited for all of us to try it. Actually.
Yeah,
Let's eat it.
Dig in.
And let me hear the sound of the crunch.
the crispiness.
The
Yeah, right?
crispiness. I like the breast.
Yes, and I know this sounds kind of a bit hippie-ish, but it seems like a happier chicken, and I really enjoy it, man. It's a great product.
Thank you.
I
Thank
also
you.
really like it.
Yeah.
And what is that dude with you? He made your chicken so delicious,
Yeah.
but it already is delicious.
Now we wanted to create something really special, and just seeing you guys work with passion and making something really good out of it, it just makes me really happy.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Wij gaan nog even lekker dooreten, want dit gaat zeker wel op. Noah, thank you so much. I really enjoyed having you here. You
pleasure.
inspired me. I learned something from you with the chicken as well.
Cool.
How you cut the leg
Yeah, the end
and
of
this.
it.
Yes,
Nice
that
one.
was
Good.
Johan, I always enjoyed your chicken. I'm still gonna eat your chicken and keep on going the way that you are doing with your farm.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Nou, ik ga nog eventjes dooreten. Niet te veel kip, want ik hou het ident, dus bij 80 gram stop ik. De volgende keer, daar ga je nu alvast een tip van zien en ik hoop je dan weer te zien.
Sharons Good Food.
Lust je nog een video? Dat treft, want er staan er meer dan 1300 voor je klaar. Abonneer je op het YouTube kanaal of schrijf je in voor de nieuwsbrief, dan hou ik je wekelijks op de hoogte van nieuw materiaal.